Hey there, it's the Machine of Nonsense, episode 78, the countdown to Burp Town. If you were in the pre-show, you'll know what that means. It's our What's Coming in June episode. I'm your host, Eric, joined as always by Kayla.
Hey, what's up?
And everyone's favorite, Mike Nelson, is here, folks.
Ban all guns.
Yes, fuck them. We're doing
Virtual
our what's
ones for me.
We're doing our what's
Slappers
coming.
only.
Ooh, slappers only
IRL.
in life, in real life. I like it. We are a slappers only podcast, folks. What's coming up in June is episode 78. Before we get to that, let's talk about what we've been up to. Kayla, winning time. How about winning time?
Man, I am loving it.
Good. Oh, good.
It's just such a fun ride. Like, Eric likes to watch a lot of like heavy dramas, and then I'm like kind of wrecked for the rest of the day. You know, those things weigh on you. Not this. This is just.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's got its controversies. It's got its lots of titties, no dick. Even though they're men standing naked in locker rooms. Barely butt. You get like a quick shot of butt. But lots of titties. It's
Jerry West,
interesting.
you know, he's a boob man, I guess.
Aren't we all? I mean, I know. They just go through a lot of trouble not to show any. For an HBO show, I would just like it to be a little more open. They're open with a lot of other things, so.
It's a lot of fun, though. So this is, if you don't remember us talking about this is the chronicle of the Showtime Lakers. This basically starts with Magic Johnson, the rise of Magic Johnson, him being drafted by the Lakers in 1979, and it kind of chronicles the new owner, Jerry Buss, buying the team and everything he was going through. But it's just so fun. It's John
Played
C. Reilly.
by John C. Reilly, yeah.
Yeah, we're having a great time. We're like 4 episodes in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He
a lot of
just
fun.
eats it up. He's just in full blown Dr. Buss, and it's fun.
And it was supposed to be Will Ferrell, right? In that role, Mike?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the right choice.
It is. It's the right choice. As much as I liked Will Ferrell just recently in The Shrink Next Door, like, I just can't see him doing this as good as Riley. He's really good.
Yeah, I agree. I've watched a few episodes, and just seeing old pictures of Bus and seeing John C. like, oh yeah, this is just makes total sense, and just the kind of charm and panache that he's bringing to that character, and as it all fits pretty well. The actor who plays Magic Johnson's great.
I do really enjoy
Isaiah,
him too.
yeah.
All the kind of bit player. Have you guys Big Nose Man, Adrian Brody, is he showed up yet?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to Pat Riley stuff yet,
He's
That's,
good. He's really
yeah.
good. Yeah. And we just recently saw Jason Segel too for the first time. He comes in.
is he Paul Westhead? Who's he?
He is. He's Paul Westhead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's who Pat Riley replaces, right? As coach. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's really cool to see all of these people that I know from being a basketball fan, like now, but like, yeah, Pat Riley is the fucking president of the Miami Heat and stuff, but like in this, he's super down and out and just like trying to make his way in basketball and stuff, and it's real cool. It's kind of fun, and they play on some of that. They've like done little cutaways of like, oh, this character becomes like a billionaire or whatever, and like pretty cool stuff.
It's Baby Kobe right there in the fucking stands.
That was good. Baby Kobe.
Yeah, I love the style that it's in. It's so different.
That vintage kind of look to it.
Yeah, and even like there are times where it's like breaking the third wall or whatever, that talking to the camera, talking to the audience, little clips in it, and I enjoy it. It's fun. I don't really know anything about the Lakers. I barely know anything about my hometown Chicago Bulls basketball. I mean, I know Michael Jordan. I know it's a thing, but I never really watched it again until my adult life.
Yeah, I've heard they're really taking liberties with certain, factual events and everything, but it's still
dramatized.
a lot of fun. Yeah, it's not meant to be like a, documentary or something like that.
Right.
But
I'm cool with that.
I would really like this kind of style done with the original dream team. You had some, Barkley on there and some real characters on that team, Magic included, and MJ and stuff, Larry. So
that'd be fun. I wonder
cool.
if this was successful. And who knows which streaming, like how many people watched it or whatnot. Because this same style with the Dream Team, or even like the Michael Jordan Bulls or something, that would be a lot of fun, I think. I mean, we already got the documentary, but I think just a dramatization of it would be a lot of fun too.
Yeah. Definitely.
I like a little more fun and pizzazz in it.
And you've finished Severance now, Mike, right?
Yep. I've been completely severed. Really enjoy it overall. I'm a little worried about it. Having, that additional season itis kind of thing where it kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger, and I don't know. I don't know where a second season how it pick up and stuff like that. Where like the pacing of it, how that's gonna feel. But man, just they did something cool with that show. They got just all the stuff in Lumen in the workplace stuff is great, and we'll definitely watch a second season for sure. But holding my breath on that one, that it could still be as good as the first season.
Yeah, I remember watching it and thinking like, oh, well, they're not even going to be able to do a second season. Like they're getting kind of right to it. And then like that last episode, it's like, oh, no, they're just shattering everything I thought was like, oh, okay, that's done. Oh, okay, that's done. Nope. I'm
just worried.
up.
I'm worried about that. We're gonna answer this mystery with another mystery kind of thing that these shows can fall prey to, and I don't want that. I want answers, and I want them quickly. I don't want them.
Right.
I don't want them 10 years from now or something. I don't want a Lost.
Right.
Just want a tight thing. After seeing watching Mare, which is a tight one season, watching stuff like even Midnight Mass last year, which I loved. Like just a tight one and done is what I wanted from this. It's not what we got, but hey, more fun times in Lumen aren't the worst thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. That's interesting. Yeah, I am on the record as saying, limited series, miniseries, that's the way to go. We need more of them. We're getting some. We're getting quite a few, luckily. Hopefully they kind of know what they're doing. Hopefully, like, Ben Stiller is like fully invested and like has a plan of what season 2 and as many of other seasons are going to be. Because it felt like this was going to be, one thing, the real compact and everything else, and then
leave the big 7-6 season things to like comedy shows. Those things can go on forever. Yeah. That's fine. I will see you do bits here and there for years. That's okay. But when you're like a real drama story, you can't just Game of Thrones me because it wears.
Yeah. NCIS and sitcoms. That's it. Those are the only ones that get like as many seasons as they want.
That's fine.
I like it. Gosh, what else? What else have we been checking out? I'm drawing a blank myself.
So good.
Oh, the Staircase.
You guys gotta do it, man. Toni Collette is a lock for best moment, favorite moment at the end of the year. I'm kind of cheating a little bit, but you'll see at the, at the end of the year. But really liking that. I think there's 3 more of those. I think there's 9 total.
Oh, that's too many. Gosh.
Just this was 6. The last one I just watched. Started Slow Horses.
Ooh.
On Apple Plus as well. That's like the Gary Oldman. Bunch of spies have to like pretend to be a family kind of show. But I'm still in the first episode of that. I just dipped my toes in that and finished Pokemon Arceus.
Nice.
That came and went. I don't know. It was a good.
Yeah, you did work on that. You just got that for your birthday, didn't you?
Yeah. You can really just kind of fly through that thing. I think it only took me like maybe 25 hours or so.
Oh, that's not bad.
There's still there. If I wanted to do everything, it would have been a lot of time. I did not feel compelled to complete my Pokédex. And
how many are in that one?
This one, I don't know. It's just a weird. They kind of just put as many as they felt was necessary. I don't know, but I know that has some kind of expansion coming later this year. I think so. I would probably I'd dip back into that with some new stuff, new stuff to find. You're seeing a lot of the same Pokemon constantly through that. They don't do well with the pacing that way. Every new area should have completely different Pokemon than the last, and they fail on that front.
Is there any multiplayer at all, like competitive battles or anything?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can still do all that and trade and all the stuff you've been doing since '98.
Nice. Link cable, right? You just need the link cable and you're good.
There is it's funny, there's an item you can have certain Pokemon hold, and it's called the link cable, and it like fun. Either lets them evolve or kind of gives them some kind of power up or something like that.
Guess we all checked out the first 2 episodes of Kenobi as well.
Yes.
Lot of fun, a lot of cool Star Wars stuff, a lot of references. I think it's going to go in the direction, or so far, I mentioned when we talked about this on what's coming up in May, I said, I want sad dad Kenobi. I want like him ruminating on his failures and stuff, and I think I'm going to get this, or at least that's kind of what my first 2 episodes were, and I was satisfied there.
Yeah, this is kind of the last part of their like Wild West kind of thing they've had going on. They've had kind of the outlaw Josie Wales kind of stuff, like with Mandalorian. Boba Fett was kind of like a Magnificent Seven, get the posse together kind of show. And this is like reminding me of Unforgiven a lot. Like guys like got to get back on the horse, has to dig up his old lightsaber in the desert, kind of, got to get my guns out, my old irons, and go on one last mission kind of thing. And it's been cool. The first 2 got me hooked real good. I'm excited to see the rest of this.
Yeah, we didn't get a real chance to talk about it, Kayla. What did you think about those first 2?
I enjoyed it. I feel like we're getting sad dad out of it. I think I'm just on the edge of my seat waiting for Darth Vader. I'm a big Anakin fan, so I have like always wanted to see some. My dream would have been some more early Anakin and Obi-Wan, but now we got after.
You got plenty of that with all the Clone Wars.
Oh, and I loved it. It's my favorite shit. Right. It's great. It's great. But before I watched Clone Wars, this was always a dream. Yeah. Just like, right. I just want more of like Obi-Wan. He's so fucking cool. He's kick ass. And with Sad Dad, I hope he can bust out of that, because he was always, chained down and fuck the Jedi, let loose.
With how good he still looks, Ewan McGregor, they could totally, I have no idea if they'll do this, they could do like a flashback of like buddy cop, Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen, circa Clone Wars. Well, I mean, digital light and magic, right? Or industrial light and magic, that's the Lucasfilm thing, right? I liked there was a reference. I don't want to like spoil it completely, but there was a reference to like the Clone Wars, I'll say, that I really liked.
Good. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I thought that was a really cool little tiny little scene, just a tiny little moment. But I was a big fan. That was probably like one thing that really stood out.
I was texting Aaron about it a little bit back and forth, and we were both made a point of just how good it looks and how good Tatooine looks compared to the Tatooine we got in Boba Fett, and just how more interesting they've made it within just spending 30 minutes on this Tatooine in this show is so much more intriguing than what was going down with Book of Boba Fett, and how they're willing to put scenes from the movies, the old movies, like side by side in this thing. That's how confident they are in it, and it shows. It's good.
It does look really, really good. I thought a little bit of like action scenes that we got, a little bit of lightsaber action, a little blaster action, all looked pretty good. The costumes are all, really. I like the Inquisitors, their look. They were really cool in Jedi Fallen Order, and I was really excited to kind of see them come out again. And they're exactly how I remember them from that game. So pretty cool.
The actress who plays the third sister in this, Reva, I think's her name, she was really good in Queen's Gambit. It took me a while to pinpoint where I recognized her from, but she was, I think her name's Moses Ingram is her name.
Oh,
she's pretty cool and sinister in Obi-Wan so far.
Seems like she's going to be a big part of it, I think.
Yeah. And just how a good job of hiding the A plot in this and all of the marketing. They really didn't give away what Obi-Wan's like kind of whole mission is in this, and it was fun to see that unravel in the first episode.
Do you think they're gonna keep that going? Just like what they've shown us now, is that gonna be the end of the series?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, we know where he ends up. So
Sure.
there's a timeline they have to stay within. Certain stuff they are kind of tied to.
Yeah, the rumors are we're gonna see Obi-Wan and Vader, get together at some point. So that'll be interesting because we have really had no evidence of that happening in the timeline and stuff. So it's gonna be a tightrope to walk. There's only 6 episodes, I think, pretty sure, and we've seen 2 already. So it's gonna be quick and dirty. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I need.
I like it.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Not just Kenobi. It's an interesting choice that they made to call it Obi-Wan Kenobi instead of just Kenobi. I liked just Kenobi.
Yeah, clean. I would have liked a cleaner title too.
Oh,
We'll call it Kenobi.
Yeah. In the official podcast notes, it's going to be Kenobi.
Ginobili is what I call
it. So, we've got a more jam-packed June than I thought.
Same.
Maybe not in the video game space, but everywhere else. We got a lot of cool movies, a lot of cool shows coming up, so we should probably get right to it.
Yeah.
Let's get to June. June 3rd, right off the bat, we've got The Boys Season 3, we've got Crimes of the Future, and we've got Watcher. So The Boys Season 3, it's the 3rd season of The Boys coming to Amazon Prime. Are you all caught up, Mike?
No, I watched season 1. Never. I think I started season 2 and saw Jack Quaid's face and just I'm not. I don't like that guy. So there's a lot of him in the early parts of season 2, it seems. So I think I've wiped my hands from that show. I enjoyed season 1, and I don't know if I'm going back. But I watched the trailer for this, and are you guys jazzed for it? Did you guys like season 2 a lot? I didn't hear a lot of talk about it, really.
I enjoyed it a lot, but Kayla, what did you think of this trailer?
Show's too much. I know what the whole season's gonna be.
Oh.
So many spoilers. So many, like, full on, we're gonna take whatever the serum is to be 24-hour superheroes, which is like everything we fought against. Like, it's a little weird for the trailer. Like, maybe if they even just showed like a quick glimpse of him using laser eyes, and you're like, what, was that him? Was it not? Did he yell "Oi"? Was it him? I like The Boys. It's very violent. It's interesting, but I'm a little tempered with season 3. It's one of those things that's kind of going on a little bit too long. What are they gonna do, and what are they gonna do that they didn't show in the trailer? Because there's got to be something else, right?
They really ramped up in season 2 so much, like introducing new characters and then dispatching, kind of the big bad of season 2 and stuff like that.
The Nazi woman, right?
Yeah, exactly. And she was great. I really liked her, but like they just didn't, I guess, have a big enough plan for her. It was like, oh man, she's bigger and badder than everyone, and apparently not, kind of thing. So it's one of those where do they go? How can they ramp it up even more? But yeah, the trailer kind of showed a lot. I'm just excited I think that's a cool ass like concept, cool world of just like, yeah, superheroes are just commonplace and they're corporate America, and that it's a cool concept.
They're
and some of those
fucked
characters,
as hell.
yeah, exactly. And so yeah, it's the characters for me that'll keep me going, and then the action and the violence are a lot of fun. But I don't know that at the end of the year it'll be one of my like, oh yeah. In the same way as like Peacemaker is kind of similar, but I feel like that one had a lot more heart than maybe The Boys has ever had. Mention Crimes of the Future. This is David Cronenberg's new film, coming to a limited release on June 3rd and then a wider release later on in the month. I showed Kayla the trailer for this one just before the pod, and that is really unsettling. That is an unsettling.
Yeah, I feel like we got to set a warning for our listeners before checking out the trailer for this, because it's weird. It's Cronenberg for sure.
Yeah. We're like eating oven roasted tomatoes that like kind of, burst and ooze out, and watching that trailer at the same time was a little rough.
So this is like, from what I gathered from the trailer, like humanity has lost its like pain sensors or something like
think
that.
So yeah, or figured out how to do it with technology, or something like that. Not feel pain.
And so like human augmentation is kind of like the way of trying to feel something, I guess, in this world. Like really weird changes to your body, like just adding ears everywhere and like just cutting yourself open just to see what happens, kind of stuff in this. It's really strange. It's got me interested in it, though. We got Viggo Mortensen in this, who's teamed up with Cronenberg a lot. I think the only Cronenberg movie I've seen is History of Violence. Never seen The Fly or Videodrome or anything like that. Classic stuff. But yeah, it's got a look. It's got some real body horror in it. If you're into that, this is the movie for you.
Yeah, it seems like Viggo's character is kind of like an exhibitionist. Like he wants to like push the envelope of what you can do, and I think his goal is to like replace every organ in his body, but like on tape or something. I think that's like the idea. Or like in front of a
He's like in a cocoon type pot, like weird thing, and I guess will emerge as something.
So
we'll find out.
On June 3rd, take the kids to Crimes of the Future at your local Cinemaplex.
Yes, ruin them. Ruin them forever.
Wrapping up June 3rd, Watcher, a trailer that we saw in front of, what did we see it in front of, Kayla?
Doctor Strange?
No.
Men?
Men. Yeah, in front of Men. Interesting. It's kind of a tired concept. Woman being like watched through a window kind of thing. is she a reliable narrator? But it seems like the guy who's watching her, or maybe watching her, is just open about it. Like he's like, yeah, I've just been watching you. It's not a crime, you know. It's whatever kind of thing, and that's creepy in and of itself. Like he seems like he almost doesn't have a motive or a he's not trying to kill her or do something violent or anything. Maybe he is, but like just from the trailer it seems like, yeah, just watching you, it's cool. It's nice to have someone notice that I watch them, is I think one of the things he said in the trailer. So it looks really stylish. It's a neon film, which those are always pretty stylish and pretty cool. Did you check this one out at all, Mike?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. It's homegirl from It Follows, right? So this is It Watches, and man, she's just got a problem with people following her. Gosh, yeah, she needs to figure that out.
Yeah, the bad guy is Burn Gorman, or the Watcher, let's say, is Burn Gorman, who's like one of the kind of most unique faces in Hollywood. Look him up, I guess. He's just he kind of looks like Crispin Glover, but he kind of looks like the Crispin Glover mask that they used in Back to the Future 2, if you're familiar with that at all. Kind of a creepy looking dude. But
yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
He's got a Rami Malek face, or like type of shape, but not like all the features.
Yeah. It's like not as good looking Rami Malek, if you find Rami Malek good looking, So
Carl Gluskin from Devs in that as well.
Yeah. So that's Watcher, June 3rd, coming to theaters. June 8th, we get Miss Marvel coming to Disney Plus. The first ever Muslim superhero, right? Like that's kind of her whole thing. She's idolizes Captain Marvel. She's like a young teenage girl. And somehow I don't know how she gets her powers. What's do either of you guys?
That band?
I don't know. I'm not sure. She's got like stretchy powers, right? She can kind of.
I thought so. I've seen her in the like Marvel Avengers video game, and it seems like she's just like a Stretch Armstrong thing. But like in the trailer, she's got somewhat like cosmic powers similar. Yeah,
she did no stretching in the live action.
Yeah, she's got like Captain Marvel-esque
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
America Chavez could do that like cosmic punch thing, in Doctor Strange. And
it was pretty punchy.
Why explain anyone's powers anymore? Just give them.
Oh, so that's Miss Marvel coming to Disney Plus. We've been hit or miss on a lot of the Disney Plus Marvel stuff. We've liked some of it quite a bit, like Loki, and some of it's been meh. Some of it's been Hawkeye. So we'll see what this one is.
Hope it's not a Hawkeye. Hope it's better than that.
I like the angle of like a kid in maybe high school or anything. I always like that about like Spider-Man. So if this is more of like a young girl's take on being a kid, that could be a lot of fun.
Can't be as charming as Tom Holland though.
Oh, it's tough.
Can't.
It's tough. I don't know how the acting chops of the young girl in Miss Marvel, but hey, Disney finds them. They know how to, churn out that young talent. So, if anything, Disney Marvel can do it. And also on June 8th, coming to Netflix, we have Hustle, from executive producers Adam Sandler and LeBron James, Mike's favorite. This looks pretty cool. It's a rated R drama about kind of a beat-down basketball scout. He's been doing it for 30 years, he says in the trailer. It's Adam Sandler. He's like, hasn't ever really made it. He's just been traveling the world trying to find the next big basketball talent. And he seems to have found this guy in Spain, I think, is where he like finds him. He's trying to bring him over and get him into the NBA. And it seems like it just kind of, it is a kind of cut and paste kind of inspirational story of, down and out guy makes it in the big leagues kind of thing. But like, I really like beat down older Adam Sandler. big fan of like Uncut Gems, Adam Sandler, Funny People, Adam Sandler, and this had a lot of those kind of feels for me. What did you guys think of this one?
It seems like it's kind of like a dream project for him, like something that I'm sure he's been like cooking up for a while. One thing I know about Adam Sandler is that he loves basketball, so this is kind of like, I think, something that he might really enjoy doing. And like you said, he's really pushed his envelope in some of these more dramatic roles that have been quite enjoyable. So it'd be nice to see it.
Yeah, I've enjoyed seeing like the TikTok videos of people post like of him just playing in pickup games and stuff like that. And he could play. He loves the game and makes perfect sense. Even like with the KG Boston Celtics stuff and Uncut Gems, and now this. It reminded me of The Air Up There. Have you guys ever seen that?
No.
Where Kevin Bacon is a college scout that has to go to like Africa to track down this talent that he's heard about, and it's cool. It's fun relic of a movie. This seemed like that a bit.
Yeah, so that's coming to Netflix. That's Hustle on June 8th. June 10th, we got a bunch of stuff. This is the first couple of video games we got. We got Mario Strikers Battle League coming to Switch, and we've got The Quarry, 2 games that couldn't be any different, both coming June 10th. Mario Strikers Battle League's the 3rd soccer game in the Mario Strikers
Just the second one.
series. Oh, is it? Okay. Is it the second one? Okay.
Yeah, they only did just Strikers, I think, for GameCube, and people have been clamoring for another to get back to that soccer gameplay again. Because that game was a lot of fun, and this was just unveiled a few months ago at the Direct, and it's here already. It's coming out. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I always wanted to play the original Strikers, and like, it's a great concept. I like all of the Mario sports games, and like soccer's just a cool sport that I've never been able to get into like FIFA or anything like that, but like I generally like watching like the World Cup, and just I used to love playing like old school soccer games on like the NES and stuff.
Yeah.
So
This is more in that vein for sure. You're not going to be creating like a franchise mode or something like that. 3v3, very arcadey, very fun. This one's introducing a lot of like different armors and equipment that you can put out there and swap, and gives you different attributes and stuff on the
just
field.
like real soccer. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it just looks cool. In the trailer, it looked like they were going to emphasize like 2 different stadiums combining together.
Oh, wow.
And potentially, but I don't think they're really leaning on that. I thought it could be really cool to have, Bowser Stadium plus Peach's Stadium really creates a whole different crazy thing on the field, like different obstacles and stuff. But I don't think they're leaning on that. It seems really the Battle League part, the equipment and things like that are what they're leaning on.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if you can play 6-player co-op just on one Switch. I mean, because you could do that in Smash Brothers, right? Like that's a 6-player one Switch game at this point. 8 players? Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how the stuff like that sucks now. It's always weird what's gonna be. Is it split screen? Is it crossplay? Is it gonna do I have to just be online? Are we gonna have to log on to Discord? Like it's silly. I haven't delved into that, but I think I'm going to pick this up. It looks like a lot of fun. I'd like to have people over and try it out.
Maybe
Sounds
we'll have
fun.
to pick it up as well, because we'll
Maybe
need to
you might have to.
another copy. Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. So that's
bring
Mario.
the link cable, please.
Yeah, we'll bring the link cable. Oh, Mario Strikers Battle League coming June 10th. Also June 10th, The Quarry to PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, and Xbox One. The Quarry is from Supermassive, the makers of Until Dawn and the Dark Pictures games. It seems to be very much in that same vein. A kind of
Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, Cabin in the Woods-esque. Probably you're going to have to make a lot of choices. Really good voice cast. They really have always done a good thing of like getting they put David Arquette
Yeah.
front and center.
Strange looking David Arquette.
He's just playing Dewey from Scream, I think. So, I'm into it. I've enjoyed really enjoyed Until Dawn, really enjoyed the Dark Pictures games, at least the 2 out of 4, I think, that we've played.
It would have been like Man of Medan, right? And
yeah. What were the
one.
other? Yeah, gosh, it was Man of Medan.
House of Ashes or something like that, or what was that?
House of Ashes, I think, was the most recent one that was set in like Iraq, and then Scary Fog game. Yeah, that Scary Fog game.
I love
Yeah, I think that was the second one, was Scary Fog game. Just a lot of fun. That's always cool to like make choices and see, who will die and stuff. It's always like you're controlling 7 different people and you see the events from all their different points of views, and you have to make decisions. Oh, do I go and run into the woods, or do I go hide in the shack? And there's like permadeath all the time, and it's just a cool concept for spooky games. And they're usually real quick. You could beat these games in like 4 or 5 hours usually, at most, I think, even. So it's
a lot of replayability though, right? Like a lot of, you could totally not see certain deaths and plots and enemies and stuff like that if you don't, if you didn't send Susie into the old farmhouse or something, that kind of.
Yeah, and they always do the cool thing at the end of like a chapter or whatever, where they'll show like, oh, how many people made the same choices? Like, you were in the 60 percentile of making that choices. Everyone sends Susie to the mill, or that kind of thing. And I've heard they've got this cool feature that I've never tried out, but it's like a co-op feature where one player plays as like 3 of the 6, and then you play as the other 3, and you only see the events from the 3 that you're playing with, and that kind of thing, or playing as. So when you're making decisions and your partner's making decisions, you're not, in sync as far as that goes. So I've never messed around with it, but I've heard that's a lot of fun, especially like a lot of streamers and stuff do that kind of thing. So.
How'd you guys feel about the facial animations in this? Like, because right away you can recognize every actor right away, but then once they start kind of talking, and it's like a weird uncanny valley effect.
Yeah, it's got like a weird little shelter.
Yeah, they got a weird sheen to them, a little bit.
It's kind of been that way with all of them, to tell you the truth. Like, none of them have been the type of facial capture as like a...
It's not Naughty Dog.
It's not Naughty Dog, right. Yeah. They've kind of all been a little like, oh yeah, that's David Arquette, but it's kind of David Arquette.
Clayface is David Arquette. Like, I don't know. It's just like, something's off. You're not David Arquette, though. You're Alexis, is that you? Is that... No, okay. All right.
The next 2 on June 10th beg the question, have they jumped the shark? So we got Jurassic World Dominion coming to theaters, the 3rd movie, I think, in the Jurassic World series. So that's the 6th movie in the Jurassic Park World universe. It's a lot of movies for this universe. What's our hype level? I don't know.
How much Jake Johnson is in this?
I don't. Was he even in the trailer? I wonder. I don't know. No. Yeah, he should be.
Give me more of that, and I'd be into it.
He was in the first Jurassic World. He was like a
what
control center guy. The big thing with him, he had a Jurassic Park T-shirt, like the original, the old logo.
He's a fanboy.
Yeah, he's like a fanboy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember him in that. That first one kind of just washed over me, came and went a little bit. I remember enjoying it, and then...
I like the first one better than I like the second one, and I'll watch the third one.
They're bringing the whole band back together, right? So
yeah, I'll. That doesn't excite me too much because it's you can let some things go, you can move on from certain things, but we'll find out what that means.
I'm a sucker for Alan Grant. I don't know, just something about that character means something to me. I can't put my finger on it, but
sure,
I like that he's there. I don't know.
I agree, but how much is? I just don't know what that will bring to it.
Yeah,
you know?
I totally understand. I don't think Ian Malcolm and Alan Grant, and I forget Laura Dern's character's name, but she's back too. And I
Dr.
don't know.
Laurie Sadler.
I believe you're right. Yes. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Maybe she'll have her arms in some poo again.
If I get my wish.
But
yeah, I don't know how much you're gonna get of each of the. There's like so many now because now you got Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard too to like share screen time and everything else, and
there's gonna be a group of kids, and there's gonna be there's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
Right. It's gonna be chasing, lots of chasing.
Blue will be in there, right?
Yeah.
Blue's still alive, right? The dinosaur.
Yeah. Blue got a baby. It seems.
Oh gosh.
Little family.
Wow, they grow up so fast. Raptors.
Well, we could all hope that it's not, just a complete
Send them
disaster.
Raptors to Toronto already. Get them.
Oh, so we're getting the 6th and final season of Peaky Blinders coming to Netflix. It's already been on BBC, I think, for a while, so I'm glad I've missed all the spoilers and stuff. I have no idea how this one comes out, which is nice. Because, Netflix gets it about 2 months after the BBC gets it. So, they've kept it close to the vest, though, which is nice.
Yeah, this is a good example, though, of one of those dramatic series that it has gone on too long. Yeah. As much as I love it, I'm glad this is the final season. They need to stop reaching for pointless storylines.
Yeah, how much can you continue to, these characters are in life and death situation, and now they're out, and now they're back in, and now they're out, and now they're back in. It's that classic thing.
In the life of gangsters, but... Right.
But it's cool what they've done. They've done their best to wrap it into world events, because like the 5th season kind of ended with them going head to head with a Nazi, essentially. Like the Nazis are kind of growing in power in the world because it's like late 30s or whatever. And it felt right. It felt like, the gangsters and the Nazis would kind of like butt heads in a lot of ways. But yeah, it's been going on. Hopefully there can be a good death for Peaky Blinders in season 6.
It's been such a joy to watch Cillian Murphy, though. I enjoy him so much as an actor.
Speaking of Sam Neill, he was really good in season. I think he was the bad guy in season 1. Yeah,
you're right.
Real good. So yeah, Peaky Blinders 6th and final season coming to Netflix June 10th. June 13th, I couldn't find a trailer for this. There's very little information, but Netflix did a big comedy festival called Netflix is a Joke. And apparently they've kind of cut it together into something they're calling Pete Davidson Presents The Best Friends. It's coming to Netflix on June 13th. And it's just Pete Davidson and a bunch of other comedians in a big series. I think it's like 7 episodes or something, or 7 hours of like comedy that was all filmed during this festival. It sounded really interesting just from like me and Kayla recently were listening to some Pete Davidson stand up, and he's pretty funny guy, decent stand up, and
he's younger than us.
It's freaking nuts. But I think Netflix has done a great job with a lot of its stand-up specials. I've really enjoyed them, and if it's stylish too in any way, shape, or form, like Bo Burnham's special,
you're gonna get that. So
no,
nothing will ever be like that. They've put on, or they've like done some awesome things with comedy in that sense. So.
No magic music in this.
Anyone dumb enough to get sucked into the Kardashian black hole, I'm not a fan. I can't go to bat for my boy Pete.
I feel you.
Shit, I thought she got sucked into the Pete hole. Shit.
No,
boy be making rounds.
No.
So, folks,
That
get
is,
sucked into the Pete hole. Coming to Netflix
Peephole.
June 13th.
People.
Oh boy. June 16th, The Old Man coming to FX and Hulu. This looks real cool. Jeff Bridges is like a beat down, worn out, kind of retired, I think, maybe spy, mercenary, killer, Liam Neeson-esque, let's say.
Yada yada yada.
Oh, I was gonna say James Bond.
Well, yeah, he's
Mission Impossible,
Yeah.
Nobody, John Wick. He's one of those.
he's one
Yeah.
of those.
One of those.
But I love Jeff Bridges, and I want to see
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges be John Wick, and that's what this looks like. The one last mission, it looks like it needs to save his daughter, very akin to a Taken-esque type situation. But yeah, The Old Man, I don't know how much we need to say about it, but Jeff Bridges is like a super spy, but he's old, right?
Yeah.
The turnover in this industry, my God, everyone's on their final one last thing, you know, fucking from Obi-Wan to fucking Bridges here. Gonna be a lot of job openings in the old secret spy union.
Gary
But,
Oldman, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
One of them fucking stories we can't get away from, but it works. It does work, and this looks cool. It looks good. I can't lie. When I first saw it, when I first started the trailer, I was hoping that it was kind of a sequel to Hell or High Water. I was hoping it was his sheriff character again, but alas.
Hey, maybe that's a twist. I'd be into it. Speaking of twist, June 17th, coming to theaters, we're getting Lightyear. Okay, so this is the prequel we never asked for to the Buzz Lightyear character. Saw 2 trailers, wasn't interested whatsoever in this film. Saw the 3rd trailer.
Oh, there's 3. Jesus.
There is a 3rd trailer, and that one hooked me. And I think, Kayla, you're in the same boat, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for that whole, go through time or go through like a wormhole, and you're not in the same time period you were in. You were, 60 years in the future or whatever.
That was the 3rd trailer. That was right, exactly the one that made sense.
Gotcha. I don't think I had seen any trailers up until then. I caught this one a couple times, at the movies, and it looks great. Sounds great. Chris Evans is the voice of Buzz this time around. This is the movie based on the character that the toy is based on, guys. All right, let's not get it twisted here. This isn't Toy Story. All right.
Get the spreadsheet ready so you can get that all figured out.
Yes. On the press tour, Chris Evans has been very adamant about who this character is and what his motivations are.
So good.
Well, we're gonna watch it and find out even more about it.
Yeah.
They sprinkled Tyke in, and we were like, "Yep, we're gonna see this."
Yeah, I heard that voice right. I'm like, okay, yeah,
yep, I'm gonna see it.
yeah.
Sold me.
This is theaters only.
Theaters only. That's what I've seen. Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Chippendale was so great to just kind of turn on Disney Plus, put it on. I think this could have just been that as well, but
we didn't give
maybe
Chippendale enough time on the last pod. You know what? Like, what a movie.
We didn't.
God, that was my fault. I apologize.
There's always so much going on.
There's so much.
There was even a great Terminator 2 reference in the movie when we were talking about Robert Patrick and stuff in the draft, and that we have watched that movie at least 10 times.
Oh wow.
The kids really, it's on. I'm hearing that theme. I once loved the theme song. What I said last week has changed a bit. The Chippendale theme has gotten old a little bit.
I got it stuck in Kayla's head.
It's kind of old in my house too, and we've only watched it once. I just wake up to Eric Chippendale, just looking at his phone.
It's in me, folks. It's in me.
Sometimes, some crimes,
Oh, so good. So Lightyear coming to theaters on June 17th. also June 17th coming to Netflix, Spiderhead. I believe the original title was Escape from Spiderhead, which I liked a little bit better. But this looks really cool. The trailer was a lot less dark subject matter, very fun trailer, let's say. So Chris Hemsworth is a owner, creator of a very new type of penitentiary? How do you say it? Someone say that. Penitentiary. I like it. Yeah, I'm adding extra syllables there. A jail, folks. He runs
the board
a jail.
game version is penitentiary. You have to draw a prison and you have to guess what each section of the prison is.
I dig it. So he runs a prison that is housing Miles Teller, Journey Smollett, and a cast of other folks. But there's no bars, there's no cells. It's all drugs, it seems. Like they are being pumped up with various substances, and he's trying to, what sounds like he's trying to cure them. He wants to figure out what made them criminals. We don't get a lot of information on why they're there, what they did, or anything like that. But it just looks fucking violent, trippy, fun. Chris Hemsworth looks like he's having a lot of fun. Not so much for Miles Teller and Journey Smollett, but what'd you guys think of this trailer?
It looks weird. It looks like it could be violent and definitely mysterious, and what's going on behind the doors. What's their real goal? Trailer was a lot, per usual. We'll find out.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sold on it. Netflix has been, that's what kind of gives me pause a bit, because did you guys wind up going to check out Senior Year? We talked about it on the May episode. God, that movie's rough.
No.
I'm surprised you would watch it. And I'm surprised, Miles Teller, that you want to watch something with him in it, too. He's got a face that I feel like is a little abusive to you.
I still have Miles Teller's talk. I'm Whiplash till I die. I like my boy Miles.
He's got one of those faces for me.
He does. I know what you mean. And
it doesn't look that bad in this. Like I'm wondering if he's gotten some work done, because it's a little less aggressive. Maybe it's just with age he's become more filling it out and chiseled and such. I don't know.
His path's been weird. He'll just pop up every now and then, and like, okay, yeah, that guy's he's still around. You know, I thought he was going to be, top of the pops, but he's kind of fallen a bit.
He survived being in that really awful Fantastic Four movie, so I think it's impressive he hasn't gone completely away at this point. Like, yeah, it could have been.
Good point.
But
justice for mine.
But Spiderhead coming to Netflix June 17th. I'm only going to mention it for a second because Tom Hanks is in it. But we're getting an Elvis movie. June 24th coming to theaters. I don't know. It's a Baz Luhrmann movie who makes some weird stuff. He did my personal favorite, Romeo and Juliet. Sorry, William Shakespeare's Romeo plus Juliet. I actually do dig that movie, but it's a Elvis biopic. Any interest in this, Mike? I know, Kayla, you're a big no Elvis for me lady.
Man, I think I caught this trailer before The Northman. That's when I saw it, and man, it's a lot going on in this. Tom Hanks is doing a real weird accent in this. I'm not really sure who he's supposed to be in reference to Elvis. I guess his manager or something, but I've never really heard of this Swedish chef sounding like weird Tom Hanks character. Austin Butler is going to be Elvis. He looks the part pretty well.
Yeah.
He was loved him as Tex in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He's good in that. And I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be more of a jukebox kind of movie with just a lot of cool songs, like a lot of great Elvis songs, or if or just like a trippy retelling of Elvis's life. I know out of Cannes Film Festival reception hasn't been great for this. It's been A lot of bad Bohemian Rhapsody takes
no.
I've seen, which that movie's not great anyway. So to be worse than that is very telling, miles telling, and it's got a fun cast. Homeboy from Stranger Things, the older brother with the curly hair.
Oh yeah,
is in there. Maggie Gyllenhaal. This will probably be just a late night. It's on Prime or something. Let's watch it. Definitely not running to the theater to see it.
No, and I don't want to be so dismissive of it either. I want to give it a chance, but it just like has this shit person kind of vibe that just like oozes out of it on the screen, and it's just so hard for me to get past. He just like oozes shit, and I don't like it.
Elvis?
Yes.
Ironically, he couldn't when he died.
Well.
Hi-oh.
Heyo.
He was on the toilet.
Oh, yeah, Elvis is a problematic character, but they picked a dude, looks like him. Elvis has a lot of cool songs, and I love Tom Hanks,
I like music. I like musicals. I like songs. I like movies about songs and musicals.
Yeah, we'll see. I think Mike is dead on, just like, if it's on at some point, maybe it's worth it, as long as it doesn't completely bomb. We'll see. That's Elvis, coming to theaters June 24th. Also, June 24th, coming to theaters, The Black Phone. Ethan Hawke getting work, folks. Ethan Hawke getting work.
And putting it in, man. He ain't just showing up. He's fucking there to deliver.
This one looks funky. I like the initial concept of just him being like a freaky weirdo clown guy who like abducts children and like fucks with them. I hope that's all he does. I don't really know. He seems super cool, but there's also like a supernatural element.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead children.
Yeah, right. What did you think of this, Mike?
This looks cool. I feel like I've known about this for so long now. I think I saw the trailer over a year ago and thought it came and went. But when seeing it on the script, I was excited that it's coming out, and hopefully it's good. But it looks cool. This kid, he kidnaps a kid. He puts him like in his little secret basement hiding area. But there's an old phone in there, and he is this kid can answer this phone. It starts ringing even though it's not plugged in, and he is getting hints and clues on how to escape from all of the former victims. And it's kind of a cool concept. Ethan Hawke looks real fucking creepy. He's wearing these different masks throughout the trailer, like these old timey, what do you call, like the happy and sad kind of theater type style masks, and it almost becomes a blend of Ethan Hawke's face in a way. Like you just kind of see Ethan Hawke with these big, huge grins and stuff. It's really a good striking image because he's just as pale as the masks are, and it's got a real creepy vibe going on to it.
Yeah, I agree. It's something that I feel like I have. This is the first time I've seen the trailer, but for what seems like months, almost a year, anytime you go to the theater, it's like, boom, the poster's right there. It's been there for months. It does look very creepy.
Yeah, this is based on like a creepypasta or something, Eric.
Oh, right? Is it? Oh man, did I look that up? That sounds about right. You're probably right. I look up far too many creepypastas, so
oh no.
You're probably right. Kayla had a really, once again with the trailer kind of showing a little bit too much. It would have been cool if it ended with the scene that in the trailer, it's about midway through where he realizes like the phone's not plugged in. That would have been a cool like kind of way to end that trailer, because
they just continued for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but yeah,
well, you got to get the combination to the lock. What leads to the thing to bust open
why
the hole
is that
in the
trailer
wall.
worthy? That is not trailer worthy. That's the whole movie.
But it looks good. Like, in addition to just like, yeah, Ethan Hawke and everything else, it looks like a big budget horror movie. Like, it looks smooth and slick, and there's a lot of like supernatural elements in the trailer that look creepy and stuff. It looks like they're putting in the work that's needed. So yeah,
Hawke going from one creepy character in Moon Knight to the next. This one looks even far creepier than Harrow was, but
let's give him a shout out for Training Day.
You mean Matthew Broderick? Ed Norton? They're all the same. Oh, The Black Phone coming to theaters June 24th. Also coming to a limited release on June 24th. This looks wild.
It does.
It looks so fun, so cute though. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. This is was initially a short film that they're now expanding into like a full. I think it's like an hour and a half. But what can I say? It's a little mollusk, a little like shelled creature, played by Jenny Slate, and she goes on an adventure, and it's stop motion, mixed with, I think, like real life. There's like actual people and stuff, and in the trailer it shows like it becomes a big news story. It's got some like kind of
documentary style.
Yeah, I was getting some feels of like Forrest Gump almost, like in a lot of ways, like the traveling across the world,
rooting for the underdog.
Yeah, and it's just so bizarre. It's such a weird concept and stuff, and it just looks cute. It's a PG movie. It's from A24.
Marcel just wants to find her family.
Yeah, it's like Finding Nemo, but stop motion animation and Jenny Slate and Forrest Gump. I don't know. It looks like a lot. It looks fun.
It's cute. Yeah, it's got the character is real. It's just like a shell with a googly eye glued to it. Not even two googly eyes, just one. Looks fun.
I like weird movies. I want more movies like this, and A24 always delivers. So that's Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Say that a bunch of times fast. A limited release June 24th. June 26th, I'm getting season 4 of Westworld, and no one else is, because I don't know who else watches this one. I don't know why I watch it either. Season 3 was something. But just thought I'd mention it because I'm going to be watching this, and I'm hoping it's good. The first season and about the first half of the second season were fantastic. Such a cool concept. If you haven't ever seen Westworld, either the movie that came out in like the 70s or the HBO show, cool concept. Just people go to the basically like a Disney World, but it's all inhabited by very human-like robots, and in fact so much so that the robots don't know that they're robots. A tale as old as time, and the humans can be as awful as they want to these robots. There's a lot of killing, there's a lot of awful things that happen, and it just gets reset every day, and new people come to the park, and just a really fantastic concept. Obviously the robots start to gain sentience, and we follow them. Really, really cool. They expanded the world in season 2 and 3 to where, there's not just the West world. It's all, Wild West. There's also like a samurai world, and there's just a bunch of other cool areas and stuff. And then in season 3, they left the park, and that was a little rough. So season 4 is, I think, again, outside of the park. But just really cool cast, really cool concepts there, and I'm really hoping that they can. I don't know if this is going to be the final season or what, but if they can wrap it up or something in a nice little bow, or get back to the park or something, I want to like Westworld. Season 4. Is that okay, guys? Can I like Westworld?
I hope you get it. I hope you get a win.
Oh, I hope so. Westworld Season 4 coming to HBO June 26th. This one's on here for Tomas on June 28th. Season 2 of Only Murders in the Building. This is one that I think we both want to check out. I think maybe all of us want to check out, right?
Yeah, I'd check it out.
It's on the list, yeah.
The list is so long right now. The list of shows, particularly, is very long.
It is, but I've heard nothing but good things. I think this is going to be worth checking out. Now that there'll be more of it. Only Murders in the Building Season 2, June 28th. Then, wrapping up June 30th, we get a couple more games, couple more expansions. We get a DLC for Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course DLC coming to PC, Xbox, and Switch. And we get Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak coming to PC and Switch. You're getting both of these, aren't you, Mike?
Yeah, I think that's going to be a hit on my wallet day there. Man, this Cuphead DLC's been in the oven for a long time, almost as long as that original game was. But it looks cool. It's just introducing a new character to play as, Miss Chalice. They're kind of going on a cruise to the DLC island, where they will fight a whole gang of new bosses and stuff, and all that stuff looks really great. They had that fun. I think it was at the Game Awards. They had that fun, like old timey girl group up there, kind of singing the song and everything. And
I love the whole aesthetic. It looks. I'm really sad that like that Cuphead show kind of seemed to come and go. I didn't even check it out.
Yeah, we watched it real fast in one kind of sitting, and we liked it. We just never. It was never like a rewatch kind of show for us, and I hope they make more of it because it does look really good. It is really fun. And I hope this DLC is really fun. I think it will be. And Sunbreak, man, that's, the game of the year winner for the Monster Hunter Rise. And this is what Capcom does for these games. They'll, release 1 year the full game. Next year you get a big expansion for it. Iceborne was the one for Monster Hunter World. And now we're getting the opposite of Ice. We're getting Sun here, and it looks cool. There's some kind of big vampire-y dragon that's kind of putting everything in darkness, and a lot of cool monsters being introduced. A lot of different skills for the weapons and skill swaps and things that kind of go over my head a little bit. But new locales. It's going to be great. I'm excited. I think it's $40.
Oh, nice.
For the expansion for that. They're both probably 40. Yeah, that's going to be a great way to cap off the month. We didn't even mention all the Sony State of Play stuff we're going to be watching early in the month, and the Xbox shows, Summer Game Fest, Future Game Show, all that E3 stuff is coming ahead too. I think we'll have a lot of games to talk about for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's going to be our next couple of episodes. I want to do a full prediction show on not E3. What do we think we might get? What are our pie in the sky predictions? Anything we're like, on our wish list? Because, the going talk has been like, there's not much the rest of the year. We've gotten a lot of delays. We've gotten a lot of, things, but who knows? Maybe let's hope that we get some surprises, and that'll be a lot of fun to talk about. And then we can react to what we did get and didn't get. So that'll be episode 79, and I think episode 80 as well. We'll be talking all kinds of video games. So hopefully.
Announcements, trailers. I mean, I almost mentioned it earlier when we were talking about Kenobi. But before, when we were watching these trailers, we seen a trailer for Survivor. Is that what it was called?
Survivor, yeah, Star Wars.
Yeah, the Cal Jedi Fallen Order sequel, I guess, if you will.
Yeah.
And that was announced for 2023, so that's cool.
Yeah, Star Wars Celebration just kind of wrapped up, I think. And there was a lot. There was Andor. We got a trailer for that. Willow. We're getting a Willow sequel, I think.
That looked good. That looked cool.
Yeah, so...
I don't have a lot of nostalgia or anything for that original movie, but that looked cool. A lot of cool fantasy stuff going on in that. Looked pretty.
Yeah, Lucasfilm still doing it. Hopefully we can say that in a couple weeks when we're done with Kenobi and do a nice spoiler cast on that.
That'll be a fun one.
Hell yeah. All right, so that's everything coming in June. Every month, I think I say it. I'm like, when I'm doing these, is this going to be enough to do a show? And then there's always enough. There's more than enough.
Then there's 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. So June's going to be just as fun, I think, as the first 5 months of this. God, it's already the 6th month of the year. That's how years work, folks.
Getting ready.
We got a favorite out of the list that we like. What we're excited for?
I'm ready to love Mario Strikers. I hope that becomes just like a game that like we get together and play all the time or something. Or even just a game that I enjoy playing on my own, or me and Kayla or whatever. I'm ready to fall in love with Mario Strikers.
How about you, Kayla? What's got you?
Westworld Season 4 probably.
That's tough. I'll say go. I want to say like Peaky Blinders or The Boys, but I'm also like really scared of those two.
I know what you mean. This list is just a lot of, there's not really a curve to this list. It's a lot of just stuff that I'm either in for or out for. There's a lot of, I hope Spiderhead's awesome. I hope Black Phone's awesome. There's nothing that I'm like, man, this is going to be amazing on that. There's a lot of hopefuls on this for me.
Lightyear also stands out.
Yeah.
It's probably got the best odds, right? Lightyear's probably got the best odds of just being like, we all enjoyed Lightyear, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that thing's going to be huge. That's going to be like one of the highest grossers summer kid movie. Like everyone loves Buzz, so. Would that have been a better title, Buzz, other than or is kids think Lightyear, like I don't know.
No, their Buzz is a good name. Lightyear is a good name. It's tough. I remember initially, like the first trailer was like the Super Bowl trailer, and I don't even think you can call it a trailer because there was no speaking in it. I remember that until the very end. You saw like fingers, like an ET, and somebody else said like to infinity, and then the fingers touched, and it was like Chris Evans, and you were like, what the fuck? What? There's no speaking. Chris Evans is in it. You couldn't even hear him say like to infinity and beyond. Like, why are you gonna say just like to infinity and then cut it?
Yeah, Kayla ruined our whole Super Bowl party just with this whole thing that she just did. She knocked over a table.
Fuck!
There were nachos everywhere. It was really awkward. We were at a friend's house.
What she described was like a trailer out of that Chippendale movie, like just a fake movie.
Right. A bad one. Yeah. What do they call them? The bootlegs.
God, Chippendale, so good. So good. I'm
gonna have to watch it.
Get ready.
Naughty Dark Horse there.
Oh, it's shot up the list, baby. It shot up the list. So hopefully some things in June shoot up the list to episode 78 in the books. What's coming in June? We got Lightyear, we got Mario Strikers, and Marcel the Shell with Shoes on. Westworld season. I hope you enjoyed episode 78 of The Machine of Nonsense. If you enjoy this podcast, go ahead and give us a like on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We also have a cool place where you can leave us a voicemail. It's anchor.fm/Machine of Nonsense. Leave us a voicemail. Tell us what you're excited about in June. Tell us that it's Westworld Season 4. I was your host, Eric, joined as always by Kayla, and we had Mike on episode 78 of The Machine of Nonsense. We're getting out of here, and we're saying goodbye.
Bye.
To infinity.
And what? What? To infinity and what? Chris Evans.
That's all.
No!
That's it. That's all you get.